of the beacon's call. In the vast and blocky world of Minecraft, where creativity and adventure intertwine, a peculiar event was about to unfold, one that would send ripples through the land. It began on a chilly morning when the sun peeked over the pixelated horizon, casting golden rays across the rolling hills and dense forests. Villagers began their daily routines, tending to crops and trading in their humble abodes, unaware of the mystery that awaited them. Among them was a young adventurer named Lira. With her trusty diamond sword and a backpack filled with supplies, she roamed the lush plains, ever eager for the next quest. Lira had heard tales of a mysterious beacon that had appeared overnight, shimmering with an ethereal glow. No one in the nearby village could explain its origin, and curiosity sparked within her. She was determined to uncover the truth. As Lira approached the clearing where the beacon stood, she felt a chill run down her spine. The beacon pulsed with a radiant light, its colors shifting from bright blue to fiery red, casting curious shadows on the ground. It was a structure no one in the village had built, an enigma that stirred both wonder and unease. The air hummed with energy, and Lira could sense that something, or someone, was answering the beacon's call. Nearby, a cursed villager named Roderick stumbled through the tall grass, his form twisted and ghastly. Once a respected farmer, a curse had turned him into a shadow of his former self, condemned to wander the land in search of a cure. Today, however, he felt an unusual pull towards the beacon, as if it beckoned him closer. Despite his appearance, a flicker of hope ignited within him, urging him to seek whatever power lay within the glowing structure. As the sun climbed higher, the beacon's light intensified. Lira felt an inexplicable urge to reach out and touch it. Just as her fingers grazed the cool surface, an unexpected event occurred. A crack of thunder resonated through the sky, and the beacon's light shot upward, piercing the clouds and sending a shimmering signal far into the heavens. The ground trembled beneath her feet, and Lira stumbled back, eyes wide with astonishment. In that moment, the world grew still. The villagers stopped their activities, gazing at the sky with a mixture of fear and awe. Roderick, too, was entranced, his cursed heart racing as he sensed a change in the air. Something was coming, and it was not of this world. Meanwhile, in the depths of the Nether, a group of piglins paused in their chaotic revelry. The sudden burst of light had captured their attention, and they exchanged confused glances. One particularly mischievous Enderman, known for his love of mischief, decided to investigate. With a flick of his long arms, he teleported from the fiery depths of the Nether to the surface of Minecraft, landing just beside the beacon. The Enderman, tall and slender, gazed up at the beacon, its eyes glimmering with curiosity. He had seen many things in his travels, but this was unlike anything he had encountered before. The beacon's light danced in his eyes, and he could feel the pull of its energy. With a sly grin, he began to gather blocks of dirt and grass around him, forming a small platform to better observe the spectacle. Back in the overworld, Lira and Roderick shared a fleeting glance as they stood before the beacon, both drawn to its otherworldly allure. Suddenly, the air crackled with energy as a portal began to form above the beacon, swirling with vibrant colors. From within the portal, strange shapes began to emerge, figures clad in shimmering armor, their faces obscured by helmets. They appeared both regal and terrifying, their presence commanding respect. The villagers gasped as the figures descended one by one, landing gracefully on the ground. Lira's heart raced as she realized they were guardians of the beacon, protectors of the ancient knowledge it held. The cursed villager, Roderick, felt a surge of hope as the guardians approached, sensing that perhaps this was the answer he had been searching for. The guardians surveyed the scene, their eyes locking onto Lira. She felt a surge of determination wash over her. This was her moment to prove herself, to show that she was worthy of the beacon's call. Roderick too stepped forward, a flicker of courage igniting within the depths of his cursed heart. But the beacon had more in store for them. As the Guardians began to chant in an ancient language, the beacon's light pulsed faster, resonating with the rhythm of their voices. The ground beneath them began to tremble once more, and suddenly, a swarm of creatures emerged from the shadows, zombies, skeletons, and even a few creepers, drawn by the energy that radiated from the beacon. A battle erupted, and chaos ensued. Lira swung her sword, striking down zombies with precision, while Roderick, fueled by newfound bravery, joined the fray. Even the mischievous Enderman joined in, teleporting around the battlefield, snatching blocks and tossing them at their foes. The villagers, initially frozen in fear, picked up their pitchforks and wooden swords, joining the fight against the encroaching darkness. The Guardians continued their chant, their voices rising above the clamor of battle as the beacon's light grew ever brighter. Finally, with a resounding boom, the energy exploded outward, enveloping all in a blinding flash. When the light faded, the creatures had vanished back to the shadows from which they came. Lira, Roderick, and the villagers stood breathless, their eyes wide with disbelief. The Guardians, satisfied with the outcome, turned to Lira, nodding in approval. They had answered the beacon's call and witnessed the bravery of those who stood before it. They offered Lira a shimmering crystal as a token of their gratitude, a promise of strength for future adventures. As the Guardians vanished back into the portal, the beacon's light softened, becoming a gentle glow once more. Roderick felt the curse that had plagued him for so long begin to lift, warmth flooding his heart. Lira, crystal in hand, knew this was just the beginning of a new chapter in her Minecraft journey. The villagers erupted in cheers, celebrating their unexpected victory and the bonds forged in battle. Lira looked around at her friends and allies, realizing that sometimes the call of the unknown leads to the most extraordinary adventures. And as the sun set on the horizon, casting a warm glow over the land, Lira knew that in the world of Minecraft, there would always be new mysteries to uncover and new challenges to face. The beacon had called them together, and together they would answer.